What's up, guys? Jason up, New Age Revolution, down here in the cave. I have no idea what day it is, no clue. No, it's day something, whatever the title says. Whatever the title says, that's the day that it is. Of the 25 days of Christmas in the 80s. Now, look, the idea of taking a closer look at might not have worked with 2/3 of the room inaccessible. So I've decided to really change it up to make sure that we at least have as close to enough coverage while I'm on vacation to entertain you daily. So we're just going to switch the format up to the Power Hour. Okay? What are you going to do? Are you going to... Does that upset you? I don't think it does. When I come back on the 17th, we will resume the closer look at, because I will have a little more time to, I'm going to actually, since the room is getting remodeled, I'm going to move the presents forward so that I can get access to that part of the room. And then the rest of the videos in the new year, or the rest of the videos before Christmas, will be filmed over there where the wrestlers are and everything. Once Christmas happens, we'll film the last 4 videos of the year here, and then we'll just start doing the remodel. So, and it's kind of weird because like when I did the Karate Kid videos and when I did the Chuck Norris videos, I didn't put anything back. Like usually they're stood up nice, and I just dumped all the Karate Kid figures on the shelf that they were on. I shoved all the Chuck Norris figures where they go. You know, my stuffies are still here on the floor from the last video. The remodel is on, guys. The remodel is on even before it's on. All right. So let's do 3 Power Hour videos back to back to back, and we'll entertain you that way until the 17th. So this is a Christmas-themed Power Hour question from my man Matthew. I'm not sure who he is on the channel, if he uses his last name, so I won't give away, I won't say his last name. Matthew M says, hey Jason, hope you and the family have an awesome Christmas this year. Thanks for all the awesome content. Can't wait to see the remodel in full swing soon. Yeah, me too. Honestly, I'm over this room being inaccessible, very much over it. It's just a mess. It's a mess. And as I've been trying to get to stuff, I accidentally ripped open a Christmas present and unwrapped it sort of with my feet. And so we have to rewrap that. I'm over it. I want my couch, not this thing. I want my couch. I want my big coffee table, not my little coffee table. And I want to watch that freaking Zenith System 3 that's just staring at me over there. Okay, anyway. Matthew says, do you find yourself spending more on your children for Christmas these days to try to make up for the feeling that just isn't the same as it used to be? Asking because I think I do. That's one of 2 questions, or one of 3. Yes. I don't know if I'm consciously doing it because things aren't what they used to be, but I do overdo it for Christmas. We will capture some Christmas morning footage this year for the channel. Probably a montage with some fake Christmas music in the background with a little intro and outro by me and the boys. And so you'll see what it looks like. And I'm not doing it so that you see what it looks like, because it's actually embarrassing that there's, so much stuff. Look, again, fortunate, blessed, lucky, whatever you want to call it. When I switched from a publicly employed person to a privately employed person, my salary doubled. And we have a regular house. My mortgage payment is normal. I mean, I don't have a $300,000 house. I have a regular house. and we have a couple of vehicles. The truck is a high payment, and my wife's car was brand new when we bought it. So she has a little bit of a payment that she doesn't work. She's works from she's a stay-at-home mom. She's a stay-at-home mom, homeschool teacher, and I'm a not stay-at-home dad, homeschool teacher. Which I think is a question in the Power Hour. Why do we homeschool? But I'll get to that later. So anyway, and I've tried really hard to stay out of debt. I don't have any credit card debt. Right now I have one of the bigger presents for Finley, my 6-year-old. My 6-year-old actually has the most expensive present in the house by about $900. Yeah, and I'm not even going to get into that. It's crazy. He wants to be a musician. He wants to be a drummer. Let's just say that he wants to be a drummer. Yeah, so I have no debt. So when there's a little bit extra money, or I spend it on the kids. I'm trying not to sound arrogant or anything like that. I'm lucky enough to make a decent salary, and I enjoy spending it on the children. Are my kids spoiled by me? Yes. Are they spoiled by their mother? No. She she kind of tries to balance out the spoiling. I think that she's afraid that I'm creating children who will expect to have whatever they want whenever they want it. I might have planted that seed unintentionally, of course. I would hope that the desires that they might have for stuff leads to good careers and college if necessary, or trades if necessary, or whatever, for them to acquire the stuff that they want. But I don't know if I'm doing it to make up for the fact that the times aren't the same, because they never knew what Christmas was like in the 80s. I mean, they only know it through me. I just enjoy my kids having whatever they want, and don't think that they just have everything. They don't have everything. I don't give them everything, but at Christmas time, birthdays, look, man, it's one of my most fond memories, and it didn't ruin me. It didn't make me a selfish, greedy person. It made me a person who spent within their means, and then made some more money, and then still spends within his means. I'm not putting anybody in debt. I'm not overspending money that I don't have. I'm not spending more than what's coming in. I'm not even getting close to that. That's a long-winded answer. But yes, I am overcompensating at Christmas time for the children because I want them to have stuff. God, it's such a it's like a bad answer. It's like I don't know. It's because I'm fortunate. I'm blessed. I'm lucky. Whatever philosophy you believe in. It could all go away tomorrow, so yeah, I want to give them stuff. That's all. If I have the means, I want to give it to them. Okay, is there a particular gift this year that has you excited, either for yourself or for the kids? If it's for the kids, don't say what it is. We all know Liam's Ultimate Games is lurking somewhere waiting to punch in Christmas cheat codes. Yes, there's two presents in particular. Well, there's two big gifts this year. There's two, shockers. Well, one's not a shocker. One's a shocker. One is, one isn't. The 6-year-old is an aspiring drummer, and we have a drum kit here. Whatever they're called, acoustic. But he wanted an electric drum set. They can't hear me, and they're not going to watch this because we're on vacation. But he wanted an electric drum set, and Santa, it's too big for Santa to haul in his sleigh. And so, obviously some gifts, kids, if your little ones are watching, some gifts mommy and daddy buy, and some gifts Santa buys. At least in my house. Sometimes in other people's houses, Santa gets all the gifts. But anyway. Yeah, the electronic drum set for the 6-year-old is a big deal. It's a mid-range set. It's not the best set in the world. It's not an entry-level set. It's a good, $600-700 set, and you need an amp. And the top shelf amp was on sale for $50 more than the bottom shelf amp. You follow me? So I was like, well, okay, for $50 more, let me get top shelf, because usually it's like $300-400 more than bottom shelf. So I got a really good amp, and the 6-year-old is obsessed with something called, for you drummers out there, something called double bass. And double bass means you have two, see what my legs are doing, two foot pedals for bass. So you can really get some bass. Heavy metal, real heavy metal, like Slipknot kind of stuff. A lot of double bass. The double bass pedal is expensive. It's like stupid expensive. And so his drum set, the amp, and the double bass is a big present. And the big one, and I'm not even going to tell you. I've been excited about this. Just think consoles. We don't play Xbox. Where would we be? What's next? Okay. Liam has no idea, and it's going to be awesome. So those two I'm excited about. They've got like replica AEW world title belts. I bought 2 of those. Tons of stuff, but those are the ones that I'm most excited about. There's some good stuff. So those 2 presents. Now for me, I'm always like Chris. I'm ridiculously excited about what Christmas for me is going to bring, because I always get good stuff. And so I know that there's a lot of movies coming. And by a lot, I don't mean, look, my wife doesn't work. She doesn't have an income coming in, so she uses my money to buy me Christmas presents. So I'm like, look, don't spend a lot of my money on myself. But she has fun, and she goes on eBay, and she, looks at my Amazon list. And so I know I've got some good movies coming. I know that I sent her my eBay watch list, and I know she pulled stuff off of it. So there's a couple of really cool VHS things coming. I don't think she's buying like collectible stuff anymore, because I think I've tapped out as far as that goes. I'm not going to tell her, get me another McDonald's Happy Meal playset or Happy Meal toys with the box. I don't need any more of that. I'm out of room. I don't have any more room for it. So now we just get creative with it. So I'm always excited every year for what I'm getting. So yeah, Liam's Ultimate Games. There will be some. So in the new year, or after Christmas, we're going to do. Liam wants 100 subscribers. He has like 60. So we're gonna do a giveaway contest type thing so we're gonna get Madden 23 for, you know, uh, like I'm whispering, like if he's watching, he doesn't know what this is. And him and I are gonna have a father-son 5-game matchup, right? We're gonna play 5 games, and I don't know, we're gonna do something where like you guys guess the total score of all 5 games together, like who wins, kind of like a football pool, like an office. We'll figure it out. But you know, we're gonna stream 5 games. You pick the scores, you pick the winners, and then we'll like see who gets closest to the total score, and then he wants to do like a gift card giveaway. But you have to subscribe too. You got to get him up to 100 now. That's Liam's Ultimate Games. Go check it out. Get him to 100 subscribers, and we're gonna do the father-son streaming battle on Madden 23, and we'll do it on his channel and mine. So, and we're gonna get headsets, which are, you know, over there, and we're going to be able to both talk at the same. So you'll hear us doing commentary on our own matchups. All right. A says, lastly, what's on the Christmas menu? Favorite traditional food for Christmas or New Year's that you must have, or it just doesn't feel like Christmas without it? Somewhere along the line, we started eating Chinese while watching The Twilight Zone, and it's stuck. I love that. We have Chinese food on New Year's Day. We have often had Chinese food on Christmas Day as well. So the food menu is the same in the house each year with some additions. So again, Liam has, for whatever reason, gotten really into Asian culture and Asian food. And so there's an Asian market like 20 minutes from here, and we go there and he picks out like the weirdest, you know, snacks and drinks and, you know, noodle ramen kind of things. And so we're probably going to have like some fun, you know, appetizer type things from the Asian market. And the main menu, so I will, like, remember like Friends? No, was it Friends? Oh no, it's Howard Stern with and Seinfeld. So Howard Stern, like, they make fun of Gary Baba Booey for eating like just stuffing shrimp into his mouth at like the office parties. And then on Seinfeld, remember George was, you know, say, you know, hey George, the ocean called, they're running out of shrimp, that kind of deal. The Jerk Store episode. Like, I'm a ridiculous slob when it comes to shrimp and cocktail sauce. So I get the shrimp, and that comes out at about 11 o'clock in the morning, and so does the beer, by the way. I'm drinking at about 10 a.m. on Christmas Eve. Really casually pacing. I don't want to, you know, get ridiculous, but like some Christmas porters and things like that I'll be having, and I am just shoveling shrimp into my face at about 11 a.m. And then then we have lobster tails. The kids like the lobster tails, no matter how big they are, they end up like curling. And, you know, so it's kind of like, you know, don't think that that's going to fill you up. So we do like 4 lobster tails. I usually get king crab from BJ's, which is like a Costco. And for years it was fairly reasonably priced at like $49 a box. And you got about 5 pieces in the box, but they're big. I mean, they're like baseball bats. Apparently there was some kind of weird COVID crab shortage, and the price doubled to about $80 a box for those same 5 pieces. And so then I went down to snow crab, which was like still $50 a box. And, you know, it was kind of, I don't know, whatever. So I'm going to go back to the warehouse store and see if they have the king crab boxes back in stock. I expect them to be expensive this year. We usually have like a pork tenderloin I'll make, And then just like snacks all day. I go to our big grocery store in upstate New York called Wegmans. I go there every Christmas Eve, or I'm sorry, every Christmas morning. No, every Christmas Eve morning by myself, and I get like olives from the olive bar. I get like this big batch of olives, and so we eat the olives and the cheese and whatever, red peppers or whatever's in the olive mix. And that's usually it. I forget what else we have with like the crab and the lobster. I think there's like another side, but it's just butter everywhere. Like we're just slobs. Like we're just just putting the butter in, all over the lobster and the crab and just slurping it up. And the table is usually a mess afterwards. Sometimes we get clams. It's our tradition here. It's not the same as, grandma's Christmas Eve, but food has always been a thing. I love the Chinese food on Christmas Day. I just love that tradition too. It just feels right. I don't know. Maybe it's like from the Christmas Story or something. I don't know. But yeah, so that's the there's the answers to your questions. My man Matthew M. Thanks for being a part of the Power Hour. If you guys want to be a part of the Power Hour, you have to email me questions at tn80rquestions@gmail.com. Get them in so that you can be a part of the show. We're going to do 2 more, and then I'll be back on the 17th for a brand new 25 Days of Christmas. Why am I doing this in the 80s episode? I don't know. Good night now.